All right, guys, welcome to the chat. Welcome to the live session. Today we're going to be replacing the damaged ESC that I damaged last week. So I already got a new ESC on like in the mail, and we're gonna be installing this ESC right here. It's a 45 amp Tmotor mini ESC. So let's get on with it. Sorry if I'm not able to respond to the chats because I'm not able to see the chat at the moment. And let's see. All right. I did try to repair it last week. Yeah, I did repair it, but I think one of the ESC was dead. The ESC number one was not responding. I was like, I might as well just change it, man. Right? And I'm gonna use a little bit of tape so I can hold these wires in place. Hey Chris, what's up, buddy? Yeah, it's all right. Hey Max, what's going on, man? Yeah, I'm just trying to repair this ESC. Yeah, it just keeps me busy, man. I'm just, you know, I'm just gonna tape these wires down so they're not flopping around when I unsolder the motor wires. Yeah, if you guys have any questions, let me know, man. Ask me any. Yeah, split S FPV. When are we gonna be flying your Nazgul, man? Your new Nazgul. She's a beautiful quad, man. Let's turn on the solder. A73, what's going on, sir? So good to have you here. Yeah, I hope I don't bore you guys. So just because I'm also learning with you guys, so bear with me and enjoy. Good, sir. I'm doing good. How about yourself? You guys are flying? I do watch your videos, man. They're so amazing. The flying around, the cruising around. It's a therapy, man. So did you guys like hear anything about Quad Mula like restocking their Siren F5s? Cause, cause I've been waiting, man. I've been checking their website every day, and there's no signs. They did send me like a discount code, but I was like, what, I mean, what do you want me to buy if you guys don't have any stock? Like, it was pointless. So I don't know. Maybe you guys have insider news. All right, that's that. All right. Yeah, something was wrong with this ESC, man. Yeah, I did hear that. Yeah, it's been raining here too, like in Texas. I mean, it's good. We do need rain, and man, our lakes are dried up. There's a drought going on, so it's good. This rain brought us technically like 10 feet of water, so it's beautiful, man. It's great for fishing. All right, so this is the new ESC. I don't want this capacitor because I already have a capacitor. So I'm gonna have to unsolder this. Yeah. This 3.5 inch is it's a beautiful quad. It's a beautiful size, man. I just found out and I was so amazed by the way it flies. But I was using these Gem Fan 3.6, like a 3.6 prop, not a 3.5 prop. 3.6 prop is really good for a 3.5 inch for this one. So three and four, we got 4.1. Yes, I have like I have parts for a lot of like I have parts for right now like 3 or 4 quads, man. But I just don't have like I've got 2 frames which I'm gonna build. Um, but but yeah, like I'm waiting on that quad mula, man. They're just not. I don't know what's up with that with their quads, man. With their stock. Like, I hope they stock up. Yeah, XL5. Yeah, get her ready, man. Get her here. Let me know when you're home so we can meet up. Split S FPV. Let's see how am I gonna take this thing off of here. Alright, let's see. Alright, so that's that. 1608 for F3. I think they'll be a little bigger. They'll be a little big. For me, 3.5 inch. I think the 1604 Pacers are amazing, man. They're lightweight and they're really powerful. These are 6S, and these are 2850 kV 6S. They're pretty good, man. They're not bad. You should check them out. Maybe I think they might like they might have like preferred motors as 1608, but I think 1608 is gonna be a bigger like it's a pretty big motor. These motor come to I think 11 grams or like 11.8 grams or something, and their thrust and they make up to 433 grams of thrust, which is not bad, man, for a 3.5 inch prop. So all right, that's done. Let's use a little bit of. A little bit more. By the way, do you guys like this format, like this vertical format, or do you guys like the horizontal, like 16 by 9 format, not the 9 by 16? Because this is 9 by 16. I'm doing this because I think this might be easier to hold. I mean, I don't know. It's a new one though. Alright, these joints look good. Yeah, these look good, man. Alright, let's put this in. I'll, let me do this first. Yeah, 1604s are good for 6S, man. For F35, they're really good, man. For with the 3.6-inch prop, it's really good. Yeah, let me show you. This is the RP1. This is the Radio Master RP1. This is good. Like it's all right. I try to run it on this quad. Oh, sorry, like on my 2.5-inch on this Jin. But I didn't like it. Like the signal were dropping and like the coverage wasn't good. Then I installed the RP4. Like it's an overkill for this quad, but I mean that's what I wanted. Like it's a true diversity. So now it gives me a better connectivity with the controller. And but yeah, man, I think this should be good right here. Come like this. All right. All right. Well, this side is done. Now the other side. Cheers, sir. Hey, you have a great dinner. Okay, eat well, and I'll see you around. Maybe you come back. I'll still be working on it. But RP2 and RP3 I haven't used. I only use this one. I only use RP1 and RP4s. I haven't tried anything else. Because when came into the game, I mean RP4 was was the new chip in the block, like, on the block, and I mean that's what I went for, which was pretty good. It has served me well so far. It has never fail safed on me, so it's pretty good. I like it. It's pretty reliable. The RP1 on the other hand, not so reliable. I don't know. I didn't like it. But I'll see you around, bro. You enjoy your dinner. Eat well. And I'm a fan of Euro, man. You're a great flyer. You're getting better too every day. I watch it. I just don't get enough time to fly, man. I have 4 kids, and I have a huge family, so it takes a lot of toll. It takes a lot of time, so let's see. All right. Chris, I haven't seen your videos lately, man. I hope you're fine. You're doing well. Alright, that's that. Now let's see. Let's see if we can fit this in there, man. Where is it at? Make sure you align the ground and the wires correctly. All right, we're almost there. All right, let's hold this for a second. All right, let's check the. Let's check it now. Okay, all right. All right. I don't need to plug in the VTX right now. Let me check the smoke stopper very quick. Should be fine. I mean, yeah, that looks good. Capacitors look good. Yeah, it looks good. Yeah, the motor is spinning. Oh, it's with lower amperage. That's right. All right, perfect. All right. Yeah, all of them are spinning. They look good. Let me quickly run the BL Heli suite. Let me first. Let me put the stuff back in there. Yeah, how did I install it last time? I forgot. Alright, I think it was like this. Yeah.
But you know what I love with these financial audit shows is whenever the guy just calls him a fucking loser. Like, and he just says like, listen, bro, like you are dumb as fuck. I don't know what you were thinking. You're totally wrong. And the reason why is because that's what they need to hear. Is because the more that you coddle,
It looks good.
bitch, this is a big mistake. You fucked up.
You know, they hype you up, and I got so into it. I don't know, it just kept happening.
He addicted to the attention.
I wasn't keeping track. I wasn't paying attention. You know, as soon as one credit card maxed, go straight to another one.
Over what course of time? How long did it take you to acquire this debt?
It was over a year.
Damn. Bro, I'm having a hard time with it.
Same.
No, see, they don't get it because, like, they probably not, they're probably about my age, right? And, like, they went the path of not being addicted to the internet. So, like, they probably don't get what's going on here. But, like, yeah, no, this shit used to happen. Like, this is all the time it happens. Yeah, absolutely. Probably over, yeah, I've had a hard time over the next show. Are you married?
I am. I'm married. I have kids, and that was the hardest part was once I realized how bad it was, I
Dude, you would know, man. You would ouch. You would know. Like, maybe if you're sitting there trying to explain this to your wife or something, she'll buy it. But you had to actually go open new credit cards.
I did.
So you didn't just open your eyes to those $50,000 when.
So the credit cards were old ones that we had zero balance on.
I'll give y'all some advice. Never use a credit card.
Yeah.
It's a scam.
Yeah, if you don't know how to use it, yeah.
Never use a credit card. Nothing.
That's what the credit card companies are. That's what they're cashing on. That's what their business model
My
is.
dad used a credit card.
Is our screw up.
You know, he gets the money back every time. But here's the problem, right? Is that the people that don't need credit cards should use credit cards, and the people that think they do need credit cards
Should not.
shouldn't use credit cards. That's a better way to say it. Well, no, it's a fact. It's a fact. I've seen so many people fuck their life up with credit cards.
That we had used from the years prior when during COVID we were using. My wife wasn't able to work, so it was just my income that was supporting us, and you know, mortgage rates in Colorado are not very good at all. They haven't been for a long time, and we just basically were using credit cards to kind of survive. Once we came out of that, and she was able to start working, we were able to pay them down. We even refinanced the house at one point to be able to get some money back to.
So you refinance the house to give people money for attention and chaperone? That's crazy. Man, this dude really fucked up his life, huh? And again, I tell you, like, listen. This is only a 3 or a 4 on a scale of fucked up your life. It's really not that bad. Like, I've seen people that are at the 6 and 7. It's hard to even see a 9, right? I mean, a 9, like, that's a crack out under a bridge with, like, 1 leg and 3 fingers. Like that, like, I mean, you got a ways to go.
Alright, we are good to go.
Really hit rock bottom.
Let me connect the DL Heavy Suite very quick.
Let me ask a little bit of a more technical question. You've got
Where's my cable
$50,000
going?
credit cards. You've got to make minimum payments.
Yeah,
Is
stop
that
making
raised the flag number?
Stop making them. Stop making them. So just if they call you, pick up the phone. Like, this is what you need to do. You need to declare bankruptcy. You need to stop paying the phone. If they call you, say it's not you. If they try to do anything, like, do whatever you can. Like, consult a lawyer, look online, legal advice. Can they put you in jail? Can they garnish your wages? 90% of the time, they can't. So you got to do whatever you can, bro, to take that money and keep it. Because fuck. Credit union consolidation loan, 1 card at a time. Yeah, bro. Like, you gotta get away from it. You want cooldown? Yeah. Use the cooldown.
How did she not notice, hey, there's hundreds of dollars going out
He hid it. That's why.
in minimum payments? I'm guessing you guys keep the money separate so she couldn't see that?
Well, so I actually went and opened up a checking account on the side, so that way I could have some of my paycheck.
Right, but she
Damn, that's crazy. So he opened up a second card while he's married in his name alone, just so he can give his money away. This is a professional thing. This is crazy. Oh my god. How you do this?
See, hundreds of your,
He's fast tracking.
hundreds, there's a lot less money coming in than there used to be. And that didn't raise any red flags? I'm just trying to.
She probably didn't know, right? That's really what it is. What's the hatred you have for the government? I think government. Like, in some ways, government's great. Like, you need but like, I hate credit companies because I think they're completely parasitic and I think that they exist purely at the expense of other people. I think the entire idea of a credit score is not really that much different than a social credit score in China. I think it's disgusting. I hate it. And I think that the introduction of like these extremely high levels of debt should be like criminally like prosecuted. I think it's actually horrible. It's crazy. So for me, like I don't hate the government because the government is the one less effort. You type in the same message over and over, bro. Like you doing too many of it. Now I'm gonna let y'all know. I'm not gonna read the second one because now you're doing this as a normal thing. It's too many times, bro. Like that's just an instant permanent. It's annoying. Again, it's not what you said. It's the way you say it. It's annoying. You type like that. Get the fuck out of here. So yeah, just I don't know what you were thinking, bro. Like why would you do that? It's such an obnoxious type of behavior. Spammers get fucked. Yeah, if you spam a chat, you just instant permanent. That's it.
And the
Yeah.
landscape of our marriage.
All I can say is that we were never really good with finances when it comes to keeping track. As long as we knew we had money to do things and pay things, we weren't really paying attention.
But you didn't have money, though, right? Because you said before that you didn't have any fucking money, and now you're saying as long as we had money. What you mean is if we had somebody else's money. Uh-oh.
As much as like I never really cared what she was spending money, she never really cared what I was spending money on, and it didn't get to that.
That's crazy that both of them, so like, because they were already having money problems, and then neither one of them care what they're spending money on. Man, that's crazy.
So she didn't
It's
realize.
like $500 or $800 could be gone and her not even notice.
Yeah.
Bro, Jay and I make a lot of money, and
I would.
he's on you right now.
Dog, I know if money's missing. Sheesh.
All right, so, well, how can we help?
Yeah.
So I mean, at this point, I mean, the basic thing is I'm just terrible with money, obviously, and I have no idea what I'm doing.
No, he's not terrible with money. He probably is to an extent, but he's terrible with self-control. The thing is, a person like that is going to like that problem is going to manifest itself in a bunch of different ways in life. If you can't control yourself and you're addicted to attention, then you're going to have a lot of problems in life that are not just money related. Money is just the way that problem is manifesting itself right now. But if you've got an empty cup inside of you that you're trying to look somebody else to fill up, you're going to go and figure it out somewhere else. And so the moment that you can't do it with money, you're going to try and do it with something that's different than money. You're going to do it with like a girl. You're going to do it with, doing stupid shit for attention. Like at the end of the day, like if that's the problem. He's got a self-control problem. He's got I can't do that. Financial advice should be taken with a grain of salt here. Right, to be positioned financially is unique to your situation. Please take what Aspen says with a grain of salt, please. No, what I'm saying is completely true. Like there's never a situation where what I'm saying isn't true. It's not like it's literally true in every situation.
That's not the problem.
Not the problem.
Yeah.
Like, you're living in an alternate reality. Like, you have to get beneath that. Like, if we take you at your word, which I'm telling you right now, I've just been doing this for too long, I'm struggling. I take you at your word, and
I think I should install the buzzer on this thing.
more money, and if you went open up another account,
You have a
pay
buzzer.
that bill, this isn't just, oh my gosh, I was just clicking on something, and suddenly I was $2,000 in a hole.
Yeah. That's what I
You
mean.
do step by step along the way, I'm gonna keep going down, and
No, he probably didn't look at the amount of money he was spending because a lot of people don't do that. Like they will just start spending money and they will intentionally not look at it because they know that it's bad and they try to hide it. That's why like a lot of people, like I've known a number of people, they say they spend this amount of money on gotcha games. And if they actually ever go back and look at it, it's always
This is the buzzer, the iFlight buzzer. It's a pretty good one. Very reliable. Should I install it? I think I do. I should install it.
Watching other people play video games, you're giving them $500 at a time. Brought you more life, makes you feel more alive when you're home.
Yeah, yeah, bro. Like this guy's getting in on it because he knows what's going on. When you use Amazon now, have you encountered instances like this? Maybe
So 186.
about racking up debt. Not really. I mean, like the thing is that I try to keep a pretty big a wall up. You know, I try to build a wall where like I don't really let people try to penetrate into that and talk to me like that because
197.
it just like
And then this thing.
it's like that's like a boundary that I don't want to have
And
people try to cross, right? Because like one thing as a streamer, this is one of the most fucking like socially taxing things for me. The first one is like people try to pierce that
249.
boundary, right? They
Oh
try to,
no,
like, get
man,
inside
I can't do
of
that.
like your personal space for whatever reason. I hate that. Like that's the one
245.
thing I really like. If I was gonna say there's one thing
Yeah,
I
I
don't
mean
like
it's
about streaming,
over
that's it.
250 gram.
People try to get inside your space.
Life that you're creating here. That's what you have to do. Because that's a case of either living this quiet life of desperation. And these
Yeah.
I can't put my head on this.
I can't.
It's been my whole career has been seeing people who made some wild choices. And I've never not $50,000.
I think the reason why he doesn't understand it is that he doesn't understand the reward structure of donating a lot of money on stream and then getting the recognition. Because like he's thinking about it from like paying people to play video games, that perspective. But if he thought about it from the perspective of I'm doing this so I can get validation and recognition, then I think it would make a lot more sense.
I've seen 5,000. I've seen like 10,000. I've never seen $50,000. The second thing is that you're a guy that doesn't tell his wife the truth. The third thing is you're a guy that put his kids financially at risk. Those are the things.
Alex, are you telling us that you're done? Like, you've called in to talk about the money aspect of this. So that makes me think, okay, he thinks he's finished with his behavior. What is causing you to think that you're finished with this behavior is what I want to know. Otherwise, what I tell you is not going to matter at all.
Yeah. So I mean, we've started doing family counseling.
32.9 version.
I've deleted all my accounts.
There's also the probability that he's unhappy in his marriage and he's donating a lot of money to a female streamer, which is why he didn't tell his wife about it. I'm not saying that's what it is, but I'm saying that's what it could be.
Giving my wife access to every single thing that I have.
Did you get rid of receipts?
Yes, I
Donated to Asian Bunny or Amaranth. Yep.
Alright, so for BL Heli, I'm going. My ramp up power is 45%.
We've been married for 17 years and I love my wife.
Low RPM power is on.
I honestly have no idea why.
Low voltage protection off. Sign modulation off. Stall protection normal. Motor direction is normal for right now. I mean, but that's different. That's two normal and two reverses. Email conversation low, and motor timing I'm gonna go to 24 degrees, or I can do 31 degrees. Let's try 31 degrees. I mean, yeah, let's try 31 degrees. All right, and then minimum throttle is 1010 and maximum is 1990. Center is 1500 and the rest is default. PWM frequency low is 24 and PWM frequency high is also 24. All right, so now I'm gonna write setup.
Is the guy? I mean, that's hard to watch. It's not hard for me
It's
to watch.
writing
I see
and
people fuck
okay.
their life up all the time, man. Absolutely, it's people are just stupid. Like that's really all there is to
And
it.
that's it. Yeah,
The
disconnect.
owner of the show always says credit cards are a scam. Yeah, that's because they are a scam.
Let me add a music. If you guys want the music for this thing, let me know.
Are the people
I'll share the
that don't need to use credit cards
in the description. I'll add the music.
shouldn't use them. So that's what
Wait,
happens
let me
is
show
they get
you,
these
okay?
people, they get these morons, right? And they get them on the hook for like interest payments, and then like that shit gets away with you because well, it gets away from you, like because the way like interest and principal and like compounding interest, like it's just the way the numbers work. And like why is this problem? I've had all
I
these
go to
people
music
show me
editor and then music script. They already have one. It's like is the
none
Mario one
of
up,
them know what compounding
and I
interest
apply
is.
music to
And so
all
that's
of
what
them,
happens. Yeah, it is become red.
and
Yeah,
then I
you gotta tell them when
write
sure I know
setup,
that, but that's not very much money, and it still teaches me in small ways to say.
and now it's already updated.
It's nuts, man.
Is
17
it?
years of marriage is too many years to fuck up over
No.
string donation. No, I
Mario
think
one
that,
up.
that probably goes closer to like what I was saying before about how it could just be a girl, right? The guy's bored or unhappy with his marriage, so he's like doing it for attention.
Apply
And then,
music.
like the chat attention is also like another component to it. So yeah, that's the way I see it, right? OnlyFans, I'm probably not OnlyFans, right? But just in general, like I think this is it's a very common thing. There's a lot of people on Twitch that have very bad self-control. Big surprise, video game website is full of people that have no self-control. Who could have ever guessed that? So yeah.
All right, you have to turn on the
I hope
music,
so. I mean, he better be
and
on
then
at
you
this
click
point.
apply music.
God damn.
And each individual.
Let's be real. Dave Ramsey advice is great. People who live by Dave Ramsey advice are insufferable. I don't know. I mean, I feel like I'm glad that this guy just fucking. He set it straight. I was
Right.
glad that he said that because it was like, if you understand I think the psychology of it, then it's easy to understand why it happened. Imagine he got banned after donating 50K.
No.
I mean, that'd probably be the best thing that could happen to him. Unbelievable.
Maybe ruin an entire generation. Y'all, when I tell you, nuclear bombs couldn't even do nearly as much damage as what OnlyFans did to our society. Right. OnlyFans get mad. I see people not even giving life a shot at the age of 18 and going straight to OnlyFans once the clock hits 12. If you go there, rent.
I think this guy's a bit younger than me. Because, like, for me, like, I see that it's really actually not a shock. Howard Stern had, like, a countdown timer for when, like, the Olsen twins were going to turn 18. This isn't anything that's new at all. This is just a new iteration. And by the way, back then, nobody had a problem with it. I mean, some people did, right? But he still did. Yeah, sure. Go ahead, right? And that's an adult, right?
TikTok, 4chan, and Twitter did damage. Just wait till you hear all the damage that OnlyFans has done.
Okay, let's see it.
Now, for the first damage that I think OnlyFans has done to society is that it's normalized a lot of weird behavior. We live in a time where people get their back blown out in front of a camera for thousands of views, but it's somehow okay because they make a lot of money. That is not normal, and that is not something that we should normalize / celebrate. Look,
I don't think that you need to normalize or celebrate when somebody else does. I agree with that, but I also don't think that somebody should be prevented from doing it. Like, I don't think that it's a good idea that you can, like, tell somebody they can't do that as long as they're doing it towards adults, and adults are the audience. He's right, it's not normal. No, I don't really think it's normal either, but I don't think it needs to be celebrated. It's not like this is a great thing or anything like that, but you can do it. Sure, you can do it. This should be classified as porn, though. OnlyFans is porn. Who thinks it's not porn? What? There's people who think that? He's saying it's more accepted? No, it's not. Like, I was at an appointment for my dad, and, I asked the doctor there,
What is
I
the
was like,
telemetry?
you know
What is the
OnlyFans
ESC?
is? Because I was talking about, like, a friend of mine who did it,
For
and,
the
like,
mini.
the fact that, like, she moved away because of taxes. Why? Well, it makes sense in the context of the story. And he's like, no, I don't know what it is. He had no fucking idea. I think that a lot of people have no clue. Yeah, they have no idea. Like, I think that on the internet, it's very easy to think that, like, the whole world is there. But,
ESC
yeah, he
mini.
lied. By the way, you think he lied? Maybe you're right.
saying that these OnlyFans girls be having Lambos,
They do.
numerous penthouses, a few roadies, and more money than
Yeah.
I could ever imagine. But at the same time, they also have zero dignity. They can proudly brag about how their cheeks are getting clapped behind for $4.99 a month. Why are we flexing our cheeks getting obliterated
R4.
online? I just don't think that's just weird.
So
Something
current
about
is
OnlyFans that they
R4.
completely
Telemetry is
normalize
R4.
adult films
I already have it.
Like I swear, back then, being an adult film star used to be one of the most frowned upon jobs. But OnlyFans has made
Is that true?
Yep.
I
You
mean,
see?
kind of. Like, I don't know. I mean, like, I'm trying to think about it. Now, half the movies have nudity. Yeah, money's money. Yeah, I think money is money, for sure. I think that also, like, is doing sex work
Let's see.
really, like, cause you can make a lot of, like, moral decisions about, like, something, but, like, is it, like, logically worse than doing a number of other jobs where you're effectively using your body to do something? I don't know. I don't really think it's that
There's a
much worse,
CLI command.
personally. I don't think so. Like running a casino, right? Like, I would say running or working at a casino is worse than doing sex work.
Where's that CLI command?
Like, if you want to use, like, a moral argument, I think that it's
Right,
worse.
OSD ESC alarm.
Like, if somebody told you that they did OnlyFans, you
RPM.
genuinely wouldn't be surprised nowadays. But back then, that would be
ESC
I feel
RPM
like it's
alarm.
still surprising for a lot of people. I don't know, man. I feel like, see, here's another, this is like another example
Set.
of, like, kind of how the internet philosophy is, like, really kind of been, it's been very normalized. And people think that the way people think on the internet is normal. That's not really true. Like, I see all the time girls that do OnlyFans and then, like, their parents kick them out or they don't want to talk to them anymore constantly.
Equal to
But it's a bad
1,000.
thing. It's like, this is kind of similar to the Nick Merckx thing, where being negative about sex workers is not good. Like, in terms of, like, advertising and everything like that. Like, being, like, pro sex worker is like, this is the thing that you're supposed to think. So you don't see other people who are saying the opposite because they don't want to get in trouble. They don't want to lose sponsors. They don't want to be seen as sexist, right? So if you had a completely open dialogue where you were able to listen to and hear what people think about sex workers, the truth is that you'd see a lot of people saying negative stuff about it. But the reality right now is that content creators don't say a lot of bad stuff about it because it's not culturally and financially advantageous, because it gets misconstrued into sexism. But that doesn't mean, just because people aren't speaking, doesn't mean that they aren't thinking. I think a lot of people think that it's bad. Wouldn't that be considered normalization? It is, but it's done in a way that's artificial.
I'm just motor like ordering motor, reordering motors. Save, and I'm gonna do motor direction.
I don't think this is anything new. I think this guy's younger. I don't think he remembers how much degenerate, creepy, weird
And
shit
I'll do
like
it
this happened in
individually.
the 80s.
So
like,
one.
not 80s, that wasn't around. In the 90s and the 2000s.
Yeah,
there was creepy
this is
shit
going
like this
outwards,
constantly,
alright?
And in my opinion, I think it was worse then. Because the difference is that
It is going in, I'm gonna reverse it.
mainstream
Now it's going out.
celebrities would sexualize underage girls extremely regularly. Now it happens, and these girls make the money from it, but it's not
It's also going in, I'm gonna reverse this. Now it's going fine. And on the fourth one,
Absolutely.
So they chose their next best option, which was to wait for this young girl to turn 18. Now they can see her naked legally. Like, the concept of that being legal is just absolutely strange to me. And
Well, how can that not be legal, right? It's creepy and weird, but like, how are you gonna make that illegal? It's just like this shit's been happening for a really, really, really long time. And I think the truth is that if you want to look at history, this is the way it's always been. So I don't think this is something new from OnlyFans at all. And I think actually, in fact, this is the best.
man,
it's
this
ever
motor
been.
is,
My mom said that, you know, like my
it's
mom
alright.
came
I'll
from
figure it out.
Florida, and
motor
you know,
direction is
genuine
alright.
Florida cracker family,
Save and reboot.
and they had a saying over there: "Get them young and raise them up right." They're talking about wives. Yep.
whoever bought that OnlyFans, what turn 18 needs to be locked up ASAP, no rock. Like, I just find that insane because there's no way that the demographic of these people bother someone.
I know obviously like that's a popular opinion to have. I don't want to like I don't want my tax money going to put somebody in jail for buying something that's legal. Like it's just not a good use of my tax money. I would rather it be spent on like literally anything else except for bombs.
Like Danielle Promotes OnlyFans, we're like maybe 18, 19, 20, 21. They have to be like 40-year-olds, 50-year-olds, maybe even some 30-year-olds. And we know damn well that a lot of
Time
these
to
people
install
that
the
bought
props.
these OnlyFans didn't just randomly stumble across Danielle Promotes the day that she turned 18.
No, I wanted to install the buzzer first, man. Let's install the buzzer because it's a tiny quad and in tall grass you won't be able to find it. So I think I'm gonna install the buzzer now, man. I should not have to put this thing back.
Yeah.
Mom kept her away until she made this OnlyFans. Now they can see her naked legally.
But we are done though. I mean,
Like, that's crazy.
the quad is
That's
flying.
absolutely insane. There's also numerous TikTok girls out there who have also made OnlyFans.
I mean, I'm just sad about the previous flight controller because it had MPU 6000 gyro and this one has the BMI 270. I wonder if I can swap the gyros. Like I don't know. I'll ask on the next stream somewhere on from Lemon. I think Lemon will know, or Madstack will know.
But the fact is that this is what people have been doing for thousands of fucking years.
And I need to fix this thing
And as I
also.
speak, there's probably some 60-year-old TikTok girl out there that plans to make an OnlyFans once she turns 18. And there's probably tons of creepy old men waiting for that day to happen.
But they're probably telling her to do it already. Garen fucking teen, that's happening. It's sick. That's why I think that you shouldn't have minors on the internet. By the way, this is another component of my perspective. My perspective on this. I think that there should be no minors allowed to make social media profiles on any website for any reason other than something like YouTube Kids that disallows all peer-to-peer messaging and all forms of uploading. There should be nobody under the age of consent that's able to go on the internet and make an account, period. There is no business the 15-year-old girl has making an Instagram.
It's disgusting to even think about, if I'm being real. I think the age of OnlyFans should be at least 21, but obviously that never changed because right now the age to sell adult content is 18 years old. And for OnlyFans to change
Well, everybody has, like, every country has a different age of consent. Like, you can argue about, like, what is it, 16, 18, 21, some places like 15. Like, it doesn't, like, I think it's Japan, it's like 12 or some shit like that. Yeah, all over the place, they've got different laws on this. The fact is that the problem is that guys are grooming underage girls to do this on the internet. Like, that's a big problem. So fix that problem.
their age, the whole law would have to change as a whole, and that's never going to change. And since we're talking about weird behavior from OnlyFans, there's a lot of lines that goes on with just the business itself. Like, there's a lot of grown women out there lying about being 18 and 19 years old to sell more subscriptions.
They do this, bro. Like, I've seen this shit. This is so fucking funny to me.
I did not turn this thing
girl
off.
has been 19 for 3 years. Yeah, exactly.
Which is just absolutely insane. Even though those are legal ages, I still think it's weird to lie about your age to sell more subs. For example,
Well, it's because people are freaky. That's why. The guys are into younger girls. Like, that's just the way it is. Yeah, it's bad, but like, yeah, it's weird. Absolutely. Yeah, the guy's no idea. Yeah, bro. Like, I don't think this guy knows how bad it really is.
remember that one NPC TikTok girl, Nikki Doll?
Yeah,
Ice cream so good. Ice cream so good.
I remember this.
So she actually lied that she was 19 years old to sell more subs.
Yeah.
In reality, she was 27. And this actually happened.
Jesus. That's a big difference. 8 years, oh my god.
It's a ton on Twitter. You'll see mad girls running off their hottest stuff.
That's the thickest 18-year-old for all life. This shit is so fucking funny. This is fucking hilarious, man. It should be illegal to do that, to lie about your age. Why? Like, unless you're lying about your age and you're actually underage, then it shouldn't really matter.
You're on OnlyFans the whole time. They're
False.
false.
It could be false advertisement. Girls. False advertisement saying that you need. The truth is that, like, if you really look at it logically, I can't see an argument against that. How are you wrong? That's the thing. It's like, I don't see how you're wrong. It's role play, yeah, but it's not stated as that. Inspired by. Selling eggs past the expiration date. You guys are, you guys love to cook, huh? That's really, bro. That's really something, man.
6 years. Like, it's insane. My girl was like, you can see her 7 years old. The saggiest babies of all time. But for some reason, she's in every Twitter comment section talking about I'm the hottest 18-year-old on OnlyFans. Yeah, you are hot. 51 years old.
Nope.
I mean, like I said, I think it's weird to just straight up lie about your age, do so, or
It's weird, yeah.
That's
It is definitely weird. It's weird.
a old ass man out
No,
there
he's not
lying
weird.
to his girl on OnlyFans. They're
Yeah.
all just as disgusting, if not even more disgusting.
worse.
Now, that's
Yeah.
why I think that OnlyFans really ruined society was because it made the internet even worse for women. Now, y'all are gonna call me a simp and white knight.
I can see where he's coming from. I think he's gonna be like, because women now have the expectation to create porn, I think that's what he's gonna do, isn't it?
For this, but just hear me out before you run to the comment section talking about my forehead is big. Just wait 1 second. Just hear me out. The reason why I say that OnlyFans made the internet even worse for me is because it made dudes comfortable with telling random girls online that they don't even know to make OnlyFans accounts if they find them attractive. It's the weirdest thing ever. Like if a girl,
Yeah, definitely. I think, but like, that's what I thought he was gonna say. I think that he's right, but I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna just say what it is. Is that guys that tell girls to do Instagram are the same way. Guys that tell girls to do pool streams or wear certain clothes are the same way. Why is it? Because they want the girl to do this so they can jerk off to her. So whether it's OnlyFans, Instagram, or the pools and hot tub section, the outcome is the same. Let's be real.
girl is fine, and she just happens to be attractive. The first thing that dudes are gonna say is to make an OnlyFans. This is the weirdest thing ever. For example, do you remember the Home Depot girl? There's basically this girl.
This girl's cute at Home Depot, yeah.
Viral on Twitter because she's attractive and she worked at Home Depot. And the first thing that dudes were telling her to do once they saw her was to make an OnlyFans. Like, keep some of these comments. Hear me out. OnlyFans and you equals rich. If you want to make an OnlyFans, real niggas wouldn't judge you. When? Oh, you're telling me that you...
Yeah, of course. What's the surprise there? Like, yeah, no, duh. Fucking duh, of course, yeah. Like, what do you expect? That's our culture now. Yeah, and also that's weird. Like, and like she even said it was weird too. I remember this.
Where am I gonna put this buzzer?
And her first thought is she should make it OnlyFans. Like,
That's the first thing. The reason why is because that's what the guy would do.
I don't need a
But
tape.
lot
I
of
can
guys
just
also
like
are
stick
never
it in
a
there
situation
somewhere.
the girl is in. Like, I don't think it's
I'll
as
probably take
easy of
off
a
the
decision
tape.
to get into OnlyFans as some people make it out to be. And I do think that selling, like, you guys know I have a lot of, I've never paid for an OnlyFans, but I've had other types of experiences with things related to OnlyFans or people related to OnlyFans. We all know this. And so, I've never really met someone that, like, genuinely likes it, or, like, at least maybe I think maybe I have once or twice, but the majority of the girls that I know that do it find it to be incredibly corrosive. Like, very problematic. They don't like it at all, right? That's not their dream job. Yeah, this is what they do because they have to do it, or because it makes so much money. It's like, for example, remember back in like Mrs. Pandaria remix where everybody was farming frogs? Well, nobody really enjoyed farming frogs, but it just gave you so many coin upgrades that it was like you'd be stupid not to farm frogs. And it's like if you're a girl and you're a 9 out of 10 girl, you'd be stupid not to farm the frogs on OnlyFans. Fuck, they probably look the same.
Same. And honestly, I salute this woman to the fullest because at the end of the day, she chose her morals over money. She could have made life-changing bands off of OnlyFans, but she just chose to stick with her normal job and just create IG reels and make money. When the whole world was telling her to create OnlyFans, like that's hard to do in a world where OnlyFans girls be having Lambos and just regular.
No, OnlyFans girls don't be having Lambos. OnlyFans girls be having Lambos in the same way that Twitch streamers be having McLarens, okay? There's like 10 Twitch streamers that are making that much money. All of these girls on OnlyFans, most of them are not massively popular. Like, I see it all the time. Like, I'll see, because like, I'll click on some girl's photo, and I'll look at the replies, and there's gonna be like, you know, 5 or 6 of these girls that are like bottom feeders that are trying to like get noticed by posting porn of themselves. And I look at this girl and she's like posting like hardcore porn, and she's getting like basically no likes and no traction at all. And that's the majority.
I don't know where to place this this buzzer. Do you guys have any suggestions? Please let me know.
So, links on. No, I'm just saying, like, that's just the way it is, right? And so, you have to keep in mind that, like, a lot of the girls that are really popular on OnlyFans are, like, extremely unique or different or, you know, very good at marketing in one way or another. Like, there's a
And this is a
massive
small
subscribership
buzzer
bias
too. I mean,
where
it's not a
like,
big buzzer.
Every time, I don't know, Jenna Lynn Meowry makes a post about, you know, being on a private jet, everybody's like, well, that's what happens to all girls on OnlyFans. No, it's not. The reality is that that's extremely fucking rare. And the majority, that does not happen to them. So it's just important to keep that in mind.
If I can somehow like squeeze it in here, but I don't think I'll be able to squeeze it in here.
Because if you look at their comment section on like IG Reels or maybe
Yeah.
TikTok or maybe even like if a girl is doing a YouTube Q&A, the first question that a lot of dudes are gonna ask is if that girl is gonna make an OnlyFans. Like,
That's because most of the guys that watch girl content on the internet are only watching them because they want to fuck the girl. That's the only reason. If the girl wasn't using a camera, he wouldn't be there. That's the bottom line. Everybody knows it. I feel so weird. I feel like the whole world is spinning around me, and I'm the only one that's not spinning sometimes. It's like these obvious common sense truths of the world that are so plain as day, and nobody seems to see them. It's so weird. And sometimes it makes me think I'm crazy. You know, I remind myself, of course, I'm not crazy. It's actually everybody else who's crazy except me. I'm the only one who's not crazy. However, sometimes I do think to myself, like, man, what's going on, right? Of course, the reason why these guys are following pretty girls on Instagram is because they want to beat their meat to them. That's the only reason. There is no other
This
reason
is
than
very
that.
smart.
So logically, why would they not ask for porn? Because that is the effect that they're looking for. It's clear.
I
as
think
day.
we
It's
are.
fucking obvious.
I just
And
need
by the
to
way,
see
this
where
isn't
I'm gonna
100%
place this
of the
buzzer.
guys, it's only 98%.
It would be nice if I could like squeeze it in here.
bro, it's crazy because if you do have an OnlyFans nowadays, people are gonna tell you to find God, but if you don't have one, people are gonna beg you to make one.
To find money,
It's a
yeah.
lose-lose situation. Another reason why OnlyFans made the internet even worse for women is because it also makes link slash just women having links in their bio. Like, y'all know how on Instagram people usually will have like a link in their bio, and that link will take you to maybe like a YouTube, Twitch, maybe like a clothing brand. Well, it's gotten to the point where a woman has a link tree in her bio.
You're right. Who's right? You're right. You're so right. You know what it is, yeah.
The first assumption that a lot of people are gonna make, even myself, is that that girl probably has
Same.
reality. That girl could just have like a Twitch link in that link tree, right? But since these OF girls are running so rampant
Let's figure.
nowadays,
Let's come back to that. Okay.
everyone is gonna automatically assume that any girl with a link in her bio has an OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Like, it's sad to say, but it's true. Another reason why
It is. It's funny to see it. Absolutely have Twitch and OnlyFans. Yeah, exactly. And also, by the way, the reason why, I bet if you took a sample size of 1,000 streamers and you looked at the ones that have Linktree, I bet there would be a very, very large percentage of them, especially if it was all popular girl streamers. Very, very, very large percentage. Very, very large. Now, would it be 100%? No. But it would be close. I bet it'd be a lot.
OnlyFans ruined society is because it gave people this money over morals mindset. If there's one thing that OnlyFans
That's not true. People always have money over moral mindset, and everybody does. It's just that, like, for example, like, so, and this is the problem with, like, the abstraction of accountability. So, like, I'll give you an example. YouTube is the prime place for predators to take advantage of underage people. It's the largest website, and there's even been, like, numerous cases of, what do you call it? Of YouTube actually, like, having an apocalypse because of this. But he's uploading on YouTube. We're all uploading on YouTube. Why are we doing that if we know that YouTube has this problem? And YouTube only solved the problem when there was like massive pressure on them to solve it. It's because everybody actually does have a money over morals like mindset. They all do. And you want to know why? It's because the people who didn't got moved out of the gene pool 8 million years ago. They're gone. Those people are dead. They're done. Their bloodlines are finished. And you're gonna always have a few, you know, examples like, you know, 1%. But the truth is that if anybody evaluates their own life and they ask themselves, am I truly living a moral life? I think that almost every single person, if they're truly honest with themselves, will come to the conclusion, no, I am not. I am not living a moral existence in more ways than I am. So, I think this is extremely common. And moral by new standards? I would say, I mean, honestly, I'm just going to give you a just straight up typical Western Judeo-Christian standards. That's really what we're talking about. Everybody knows it. He's talking about that. I'm talking about that. We all know what we're talking about. Yes. You're going to the extremes. Morality doesn't have to be perfect. Morality doesn't have to be perfect. You're right. And everybody makes a decision. But I think that to act like the only moral decision a person makes is to work at OnlyFans or do OnlyFans is inaccurate. I think that a lot of people do things that are immoral, and there's a whole spectrum of it. And at the end of the day, there are a lot of immoral things that people do that I do think are bad. And this is really the benchmark that I would use for morality. Is when you die and you go to heaven and you see Jesus, can you justify this to him? And I think that with 99% of things, the answer is no, you cannot. And that's the bottom line.
taught me, it's that people are almost always going to pick that dollar over their morals on any given day. The other day, I
Yeah.
seen this post by Ruby Road that said, yo bitch got morals, I got morals. Well, excuse me, Miss Ruby Road that said, yo bitch.
That's not $1 million. That's like 140K. Yeah, that's not $1 million. That's not.
Got morals, I
Yeah.
got morals. Well, excuse me, Miss Ruby. I never knew that having no morals was a flex. But at the same time, I don't know what I was supposed to expect from somebody that said, sometimes you don't rely on your age when it comes to NFL players.
And that was in 2014.
At 16 years old, gee,
What the fuck? And so So this is like, it kind of goes back into what I was saying about like how people that go on the internet, like I think these girls get groomed on the internet like this. I think that's what's really happening. Because why is she on Twitter talking to these guys? I bet she's not talking to these guys on YouTube or sorry, on YouTube, on like with that phone. I bet she's talking to them on the internet. And I think this is like another example of like why I don't think minors should be allowed on the internet. Period. Like this is what happens because I bet these girls like guaranteed like if you're a pretty girl before you're 18 and you're posting pictures of yourself, you are I swear I don't even think I can say 99%. I think 100% likely to have guys tell you to make it 100%. Now, why does that need to happen? Most adults on it, this is being online as well. Yeah, but doesn't this problem predate the internet? The internet's just a facilitator. It is, but in the same way that, like, you know, before we had cars, we didn't have laws for, like, I don't know, car insurance or seat belts or, you know, speed limits. Well, we didn't need those, but like now that we have cars, now we have new rules for the cars. Where like, yeah, this has always been happening. We shouldn't act like this is some crime against humanity. You're right, this is normal. This is what people have always done. It's bad. However, you do need to adapt to a changing world, right?
She had no morals 10 years ago, and she still has no morals today.
Yeah.
It's insane. Don't get me wrong. Money is a really important thing in life because without money, you can't do a majority of things.
Yeah.
That money shouldn't matter if you don't have any morals, slash if it goes against your morals. Like, not all money is good money. Yeah, that money from OnlyFans might be good.
That's always easy to say to somebody whenever you have money. That's easy to say, oh, well, it matters where you get the money. Go and tell that to somebody under a bridge. Tell that to somebody who's barely getting by. Like, I think this is a very high road argument. It's very easy to say this whenever you're telling somebody else this. Never saw a dollar I didn't like. There's a lot of people that think that, yeah.
But at the same time, it comes with the greater cost, which is your dignity and future. Like, I swear, people don't even care about their digital footprints anymore. Because, bro, OnlyFans literally leaves a permanent stain on your life. It leaves a mark on your future family. And I'm telling you, once your kids find out that you did OnlyFans back in your heyday, that's going to be a pretty odd topic to even talk about. Y'all remember when that one blonde OnlyFans girl?
Yeah, that happens to a lot of girls for sure. But at the end of the day, I mean, he's right about this, but like they don't care. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Like at the end of the day, like I think that like if somebody is a good mom, the kid might think it's weird or bad or something like that, but he's still gonna love his mom, right? It's not like it's gonna change the way he sees his parent or something like that. Yeah, I'm not really saying it could be worse. Yeah, exactly. And it's like I think the truth is that if you actually ask the kid, would you rather your parents did this and you had a comfortable life, or you lived in poverty and they didn't do this, I think every single one of them would probably say, I wish they did it. That's the reality. I think it's like 80, 90%. And I think the ones that said that would not say that out of ignorance, because they don't know what it would be like. They're thinking about it in an abstract. Why would you give the decision to a child? Because I think it goes to show which one they would prefer. Are those the only two options? Yeah, in a lot of cases it is. The middle class in our society is evaporating. It's harder for people to get jobs. Absolutely, yeah. It's getting a lot harder for people to make money and be able to take care of themselves. It's very clear. Have you considered that someone that does OnlyFans would most likely be a shit parent? I don't know, I think it depends, right? I think there's plenty of shit parents. You're missing the main part. The kids will get relentlessly bullied by schoolmates every day, having their mom call names and shit. Well, then just, you know, like, expel the kids that are bullying you. Like, it's not even a question. If the kid's getting bullied, then if you're bullying people in school, you should get kicked out of school. It's not complicated. Yeah, it's that easy. It is. It's not going to work. Of course it does. It absolutely works. are you talking about? You expect schools to care about kids calling each other names? Yeah, of course. Chad's trying to justify bullying because they don't like OnlyFans? Yeah. Like, you could make this same argument with, like, interracial marriages. Where, like, oh, well, there's an interracial marriage, and the reason why it's bad isn't actually because it's inherently bad. It's because kids at school are racist, and they're going to make fun of the kid for having an interracial parent. That's insane. Like, the person is at fault because somebody else is going to attack them for it? That's horrible. It's completely different. No, it's not. How's it different? I think that people hate OnlyFans so much that they don't understand. Like, let me see here. Outtake, bro, it's so different. Explain how it's different. Go ahead. Explain how it's different. Bullies don't get kicked out of school as one? Of course they do. People get kicked out of school for being bullies all the time. It doesn't happen enough, but it does absolutely happen. And if you're bullying people, absolutely you should get kicked out. One of my previous classmates got kicked out of school. Yeah, it's not even a question. True, not often enough. It should happen more often. It should be. I don't like the idea that you can, like, nobody should go to school and expect to get bullied. And it's always bad. You should never bully somebody in school. There's literally no argument against this. So if somebody is getting bullied at school, you can bully a kid in school for anything, and you guys know this. Like, we all went to school, probably. Almost all of us here went to public school. Almost every single time that any sort of, anybody is going to get bullied for something, people will figure out something that's wrong with you. Like, whether it's the way your face looks, your skin, they're going to bully you for being fat, for being ugly, for your hair. They're going to always find something to bully you for. So, like, if the premise is that the person who's getting bullied is at fault, then you can expand that to anybody is at fault for getting bullied for anything. Oh, this is just somebody. See, this is the thing, right? People like this never actually have an argument. Private schools will be different. Kids OnlyFans mom was expelled. I'll read this one real quick. This is a really bad example. So I'm going to explain why it's a bad example. So the reason why is because the girl's OnlyFans, the girl that did that, the parent, the mom, she was driving onto school grounds with an advertisement on her car for OnlyFans. So she was effectively going into a safe space for children and advertising pornography. That's why she got expelled. She didn't get expelled because she did OnlyFans. Like, that's, and by the way, I completely support that. I forgot about that. Yeah, everybody, this is the problem, right? Is that people use it, people don't remember. I remember. It's totally different. I don't think the point is bullying is good or justified. I think that the rate of bullying will not match the expulsion of kids. Separate from OnlyFans mom, this is something that can still fall outside of school too. The main solutions are to keep minors off the internet. That's hard to implement. Yeah, I do think there should be no minors on the internet, period. Right? Yeah, exactly. What about freedom of speech? Just outright ban porn? Well, I don't know about that. Bullying is so nuanced, though. Kicking children out of incitation for their behavior at an age where they're impressionable might be singling out others because they fear for themselves. Kids are ruthless. No, I disagree. I think that people will rise to the expectations that you set for them. And if you allow kids to behave like animals, then they will behave like animals. And if you hold them to a higher standard, they will rise and meet that standard. Like, I'm sure all of you guys have been in classes where it's like, you know, you had a bunch of like idiot friends, and then you went to the class where it's like the football coach is the teacher, and everybody's like yes sir and no sir. Absolutely. Like we've all I've had this happen many times. So like this, yeah, it's the coach, right? The coach is the teacher. Nobody fucks around. So I think this idea that like kids are just gonna be like this is completely untrue. Did you watch the video where they took the phones away from them? Yeah, they did. Chat's entire argument would fall apart as soon as someone starts bullying them. Yeah, exactly. Because what you think is like an acceptable or a normalized thing to bully somebody for is not what other people will think. And this is, again, I think the problem that people make arguments for like bullying with OnlyFans is that I think the subtext for the kids will get bullied for their parents having OnlyFans this is maybe a extreme take, but this is what I believe. I think that people want that to happen because they want to have a social consequence for OnlyFans because they think that it's unfair that pretty girls can get paid a ton of money just for being attractive. I think that's the reason. I think they want to create this like consequence or this cost because of a morality reason, a jealousy reason, for whatever reason, they want to create like a bad outcome because they think that it's unfair. That's I think the bottom line. It's about control. It is. I don't understand these kids be getting boyfriend from on OnlyFans because how are these kids finding out about it, and then why is that not being addressed? Well, that's again like, of course, it's gonna have a society that would never accept somebody that contributes with nothing is getting more money than somebody who does. Society will never accept somebody who contributes with nothing is getting more money than somebody who does. Well, if people are giving you money for something, then who's to say what your contribution is? Like, I think that we can all agree that, like, in a lot of cases, people, like, some of the worst paying jobs are some of the most important jobs. And also, like, who are you to say who's contributing and who's not? If you have people giving you money for something, well, then it's worth that much money. And if you have people giving you more money for it, then it's worth that much money. I think that people have, like, this, like, moral fixation around supply and demand. And supply and demand is not moral. It doesn't go with your ethics. It just simply exists. It's like gravity or like physics. There are this many people that want something, this many people that are putting it out there, and if you sell it, this many people will buy it. Your value judgment of supply and demand doesn't change supply and demand. Sorry, I went off on kind of a tangent there, but that's my perspective for it.
That's going to be a pretty odd topic to even talk about. Y'all remember when that
Yeah.
one OnlyFans girl, Elle Brooke, was on Piers Morgan, and she was basically saying how her kids are going to cry in a Ferrari once they figure out that she did OnlyFans.
How would you feel when you want to have kids yourself?
I mean, I don't really want kids right now. But
You
it's
would, how old are you?
25.
Right, so you will do. It's obviously a problem, right? But when you do, you're going to be proud that you have your little ones and they look at you and go, didn't you want to be a lawyer? I mean, what happened?
Yeah.
You go, yeah, but look at all my stuff.
They can cry in a Ferrari.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, don't get me wrong, that Ferrari is cool and all, it's pretty fast, and I mean, it does look nice, but once your kid gets out that Ferrari, watch you go to school, it's over for that man. It takes one kid in that school to find out.
Oh, people will 100% figure this out. They will, absolutely. But I think that that's why the demand was considered immoral, so the law was created to hopefully get rid of the supply. So you think that, like, they should make it illegal?
It's just useless.
So, and this is I think the problem that a lot of people like this have. And I want to address this point because I think a lot of people have this. That's why there are laws against it. The demand was considered immoral, so the law is created to hopefully get rid of the supply, right? I don't think that the problem with this type of thinking is that people never actually think about this from any perspective other than their own. Because if other people adopted this same mentality that certain things are immoral and therefore we should make them illegal, then video games would probably be illegal. And so would some anime. Many things would be illegal. They tried, exactly, right? And so the big issue that a lot of people like this have is that they never think about what's going to happen whenever the
Right.
shoe's on the other foot. Look at prohibition, right, for example. So it's easy for you to say, let's make the things that I don't like illegal. But the problem is whenever the person who doesn't like what you like says the same thing. That's the issue.
All right, she's ready,
And
guys.
so, like, basically,
Let's,
obviously you have to make something
I don't know
right?
what am I gonna do with this
So you
buzzer.
have a higher frame of
I don't know where to
than,
put it.
like a moral judgment, whether something should be illegal or not. There has to be a higher
Somewhere
frame
at the
of reference.
bottom.
And I think this is the problem that people have.
Somewhere in the corner right
People
here.
are trying to make video games illegal? Yeah, and they can't because we have the First Amendment. That's right. And thank God for that.
Put it under here. Put it under the camera. I don't know.
Yeah, that's my
I don't
point.
think so.
That's why church and government are separated? Absolutely. Legitimate question.
I think
It means
under the
parenting
car would
too
be
is
nice,
a crime
brother.
to provide for your child. Well, it's like, I mean, it's good for the kid, it's bad for society. Right? So, like, yes and no. And also, like, committing a crime, and that is, like, that's very different, right? Because, like, you know, for example, stealing. Like, stealing hurts somebody. Stealing directly hurts somebody in a tangible, material way. Looks like religion should be part of the government. Yeah, but, like, I just, again, I think this is... I don't think that people like this. I don't think that they ever see the other side of their perspective and like what the outcome
No,
of that is.
I don't think I
Like they
can
only
fix
think about
this
making.
in
They
here.
only think about it like, oh, we're gonna make everything that I don't like illegal. I don't know, stealing food for your kid in the grocery store is
Alright,
kind of a
let's
gray line.
pass that
It's
for
not a
a
gray line
second.
at all. It's obviously bad. If you do it, you should go to jail. There's actually no gray area to that in any capacity. And if you followed that line of argumentation, it would immediately fall apart. Like this is something that sounds good to like Twitter socialists, but like the moment this actually negatively affected them, they lose their fucking mind. Like it's not justified.
Hey,
Disagree.
RCU next Tuesday. How's it going?
Disagree until somebody
Welcome.
steals
Sorry
something
for
from you,
the
and
no
then
reply, man.
you
I
have a
just saw it.
justification for it. And then you're gonna say, yeah, but that's not a justification to me. And they're gonna say, yeah, but we're not thinking about you. I'm thinking about me. Again, nobody ever thinks beyond themselves. Completely self-referential ethics and morals. Terrible to do. Absolutely terrible.
Only now is dumping to a toilet on a Wednesday morning before a PE class. You're done with it. It's okay. You get clapped online. Pile put it in.
Yeah, like I'll be totally honest. Like if you're you know giving kids swirlies, right? It's funny, right, in the movies. But if you do that to a kid, you should be immediately expelled. It's not even a question. Yeah, it's not even a question. Like not even for a second.
And put in the walls of Jerry.
The kids deserve it.
No,
I know some kids deserve it. Okay, I agree with you. Some kids are fucking obnoxious and they should get bullied. But the problem is that I can't rely on the bullies to use proper discretion. That's the issue.
I'm
I
gonna
think
come in
there's plenty of
spam.
kids that'd be better if they got bullied a little bit growing up. However, you can't rely on them to be able to exercise proper restraint. That's why you can't have it.
but it's somehow fine for the adding law. That is absolutely insane. You know that bullying was bad now. Just wait until 20 years from now. These both sessions are about to get through. That's
Dog,
right.
it's not going to be that bad because the entire generation is like that. That it's not going to be the same type of problem. That's just the way it is. Like if it changes society and everybody is like that, then it's going to be different. It's normalized. Yeah, it's just gonna be
Awesome. What the hell
normalized, so
just
that
happened?
It's not going to happen.
Your ugly and your breath stinks. That's why you're locked in OnlyFans. If you're locked in OnlyFans, you might as well go. That's the safest option. Like these OnlyFans pictures are never gonna leave the internet. I don't think you know. And also, just
You're right about that.
OnlyFans, that doesn't mean that the pictures and videos retire as well.
You know, bro, are you going to bring up Mia Khalifa?
Damn, John, the heck? So no star, Mia Khalifa. The other
You know, there's some things I disagree with this guy on, right? But other things I don't.
That's strange.
Yeah, that's what it was, right? And so, depends how big the creator is. Yeah, definitely. And I think also like you're right that like if you do OnlyFans, this will always be like people will never let you forget that. Like it's never gonna happen. And I think also the reason why Mia Khalifa is different is because she's an obnoxious bitch. That's the real reason. Because like for example, Sasha Grey, I watched her play Demon Souls the other day, and it was great. Nobody was being rude to her. Everybody was positive and nice. So there's tons of girls that move past doing porn and they're respected and liked. The reason why nobody likes Mia Khalifa and keeps bringing it up is because she acts like she's a fucking victim whenever she decided to do it as a fucking adult. And then she acts like, oh, what do you mean we do that? Man, get the fuck out of here. You're an adult.
Excuse me, guys.
What's going on? But you're not saying, yeah, exactly. Like that. People like her. So that's the reason why people keep bringing it up with her. It's because she acts like she tries to skirt the responsibility of it. She doesn't embrace, yeah, this is what I used to do. And it's so bad that this happened to me, I'm actually a victim. No, you're not. Nobody'd be talking to you in the first place if you didn't do porn in the first place. That's
Why isn't it catching me?
The other day, she was actually on Twitter talking about how singer Tyler should stay away from these.
I get one that comes by the audience, but what cost? Stay away from these little streamers. What a stupid bitch.
Why isn't it?
Oh my god.
Those streamers. This guy Snack Tyler recently did a
Why isn't it
stream
turning
together.
on,
Friends,
man?
all hell broke loose in the comment section because people just started dropping pictures.
Oh, bro. I remember this.
Ready to fly.
High is bad because of what? For what reason? Why?
It flies good, but I don't know why is this blinking. Why isn't it?
Acting like a normal person, but she's
Is it
fucking
in low power
obnoxious.
mode or
So
what?
of course they're gonna bring it up because like, oh well, these people are bad. Like, shut the fuck up. Yeah, she has
Why
OnlyFans.
isn't
That
it
means she's
picking up?
retired. No, it means she ran out of money from porn.
Telemetry lost.
Well, that scene probably happened ages ago. But since it's online, that picture is now forever. And what's
And we all know it. Everybody knows it.
Heather, is that when these OnlyFans girls do try to be serious, turn their lives around, no one ever takes them seriously. Like if an OnlyFans girl tried to transition into different content, like maybe YouTube or like Twitch streaming,
Telemetry recovered.
because a lot of people.
I disagree. I actually think that there's a lot of cases of girls that do it, and it's no problem. And obviously, people don't I think that what people don't like is they don't like pictures of girls that walk away from doing porn, and then they act like it was a mistake or like it wasn't their responsibility to do it. That's
I don't know, guys. This VTX.
like, I mean, a bad take. Well, no, I mean, like, it's not really. Like, I'm just saying, like, this is what I've seen, I've experienced. Yeah, should we get a call?
I mean, the drone is flying though.
I know
The drone is
that
flying beautifully now.
Yeah, that is a good example.
All
There's
right.
a lot of examples.
So
the problem
that's
is
that.
Whenever you are, Shibuya, the Susu, yeah, exactly. Like a lot of people,
All right.
like I think Susu is a great example. Yeah, people
So
like them. The issue is
we are good for now.
Telemetry lost.
And I will try to fix this, and I'll come online later, and then I'll see what to do about it. All right.
Like, is this really a good argument? I think it's not, but in their mind it is. They're always nobody wants to be talked down to. Nobody
All right. So thanks for hanging out, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and
they get told what to do. Is they're gonna say,
I'll see you next time.
"Fuck are you?
Take care.
Tell me what to do. Look
Bye bye.